Warning, this podcast contains material not suitable for younger audiences, and some material that's not suitable for older audiences. If you're part of any age group, we've found a way to offend you. Run while you still can. We are the hapless heroes.
Come with us.
We're going to play with your ding dong.
Come with us. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hapless Heroes podcast. I'm Francesco, and tonight I will be your host and DM as we continue this crazy, wacky adventure. To my left, we have Dave playing Zero, Valen's Avatar of War.
Valor and glory, war and Ooh, excuse me. Something seems to have come over me.
Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
The Dryads can't even resist me.
James as Hoblet the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos.
Massimo as Morton Mac, a.k.a. Gorgeous Mort, a.k.a. Daddy Issues.
I'm starting to feel a little funny.
Zach as Peridot Lincolnwoods.
Good evening.
And last but not least, John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
Pleasure to be back.
So when we last left off, you guys were on part one of your collection quest to start getting things to reassemble your airship. And you found yourselves in the forest north of Dragonport, where the Dryads were known to live and be in possession of some enchanted wood, which is something that you need.
Wood.
You had the bond company Stooge with you. Hoblet gave him some drugs and some weird things were happening in the forest, but none of you can really put your fingers on it. And then Mort decided to finish Hoblet's water, not knowing that, there was still some of the acid he purchased a while back.
Unknowingly.
Yes, completely unknowingly.
But kind of knowingly.
So you guys kind of ventured off. I'm pretty sure, and I need you guys to remind me, I forgot who wandered off again. Because you guys had carried back.
I followed someone. Well, we had...
I went in. Peridot.
That's right, Peridot. You lassoed the, not your lassoed, you whip lassoed, you hogtied the bond company Stooge before Jarrell broke him out. But you wanted to essentially explore the forest. So you did that thing.
Yeah.
And as
You climbed a tree, right?
Yeah.
You climbed a tree, you looked around.
Didn't see anything.
Didn't see anything.
I rolled pretty low on that one.
You were having a pretty bad night dice-wise, I think. Yeah.
I don't know.
But then
Only on that one.
Yeah, right.
Hoblet kind of remembered how to lure them out, and we presented them with, what was it, fruits and berries and a little totem.
Yes, you put a little offering out. Because you said you had been here before, right? You had spent time in the company of the Dryads at some point in your long life.
Yes.
And as you guys were hanging out by a tree,
Waiting, watching.
Hoblet felt two hands cover his eyes, and someone whisper, "Peekaboo." And that's where we are now, back in the forest, kind of frozen in time for just a second while we let Hoblet react to the peekaboo.
Has anyone poken or booed? Is anyone around? Can we
They
see
have
anything?
both peeked and booed.
I just want to see what Hoblet's initial reaction is to this before we address
Right, what we all see.
everyone else's reaction
I
to
see.
Hoblet's reaction.
Well, does Peridot see anything? Because
I will let
I
you
was
know.
following.
I will let you know in a moment.
We're all there.
Okay.
Instant reaction
Instant
of
reaction.
Hoblet,
His-
knowing
his
that...
instant reaction. I know what he's gonna do. He's going to start laughing.
Okay.
In sort of a
Okay.
and then I'm going to try to turn around and
Okay.
see who the person is.
Sure. None of you see anything.
Great.
There's nothing there.
Nothing there.
So do we just see Hoblet start laughing and then turn
Yeah.
around?
Yeah. Like something pleased him.
Did any of us hear the peekaboo, or was that just Hoblet?
That was just auditory to Hoblet.
What's happening, Hoblet? You thinking of something funny?
Did you all just see someone standing behind me?
Now we're further back,
I'm
right?
standing behind you.
Yeah, you guys were like kind of hiding in the trees a little bit, but Peridot was with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mort's gonna start laughing for no real apparent reason. In the same tone, kind of mimicking Hoblet. Ha 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 ha. And I'm gonna go on doing that with like no breath in between. For
How loud?
The honk has evolved.
I mean, pretty loud.
yeah.
I mean, loud enough for everybody around us to hear that. Yeah.
Right.
So
Instead-
hold on, Peridot, since you're still up there, were you trying to do something besides just like ask Hoblet? Because like he's telling you, did you not see that? Or
Well, we're having a conversation, I think.
Right.
Right.
I said, so yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm standing behind you.
He's not questioning that.
Are you playing tricks today?
Not today, friend. We're on a mission. What the fuck is going on with you? Why are you laughing?
I could have sworn something just covered my eyes, whispered in my ear. But I must be imagining things.
Peridot immediately unsheathes his weapons and puts his hood up.
Okay. Quinn,
Oh boy.
you actually, what's your passive perception? Just so I.
14.
Okay. You feel almost like something slowly kind of brushing, starting from maybe like your lower right arm, kind of all the way up your arm to your shoulder, kind of over the small
Like tickling him?
of your back, and just almost like a very gentle sort of caress. And then you feel like this feeling kind of come around, like all the way to your chin.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing like in front of you.
So it's like stroking my beard.
Like they literally just like something literally just like kind of touched you from arm to beard.
Well, okay, so at first he's actually very like turned on by
Feels
it.
very it
Yeah,
does
it's
feel very pleasant.
It's a pleasant feeling.
Yeah, this is
Keep
this
it
did
in your
not-
pants.
this
Keep it in
did-
your pants,
This
Quinn.
did not feel malicious.
I think he's just kind of feeling a little bit of the
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
but you're
but-
not like saying anything. You're just kind of. Do you have any
no.
reaction? Okay, besides
No.
like smiling or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm enjoying the moment.
You had your hand up.
Yes. Hoblet does, but in real life, I do not remember about dryads. Can you refresh my memory? Basically what I'm asking you is this typical dryad behavior that Hoblet should recognize?
From your past, you know that they are very seclusive but very playful creatures.
So maybe.
You know, ever so slightly seductive, but I mean, it was never like you were never in any danger as long as you behaved yourself. You know, you remember you finally remember the company that you kept, but there was a time where you needed to go.
Well, Hoblet started laughing because the person that covered his eyes was either an old good friend or someone with a death wish. And either way, he would be happy. So that's why he started laughing.
I see. Okay.
But anyways, so would this behavior I might notice as possible dryad
potential
activity?
dryad activity. Yes,
Okay.
PAT
Okay.
or PDA. I'm gonna leave that in. I'm an idiot.
Real quick though, on the spot, what's the T stand for?
There's no T.
the activity.
Oh.
Yeah.
The tivity and activity.
Oh, now I feel like we're in a
Dryad
Jamie Lee Curtis
activity.
commercial.
I think you might be
Activity.
confusing
Anyways,
dryads with triads.
so
Two different
would-
things.
Maybe, but I actually need all of you now to make wisdom saving throws.
To address this tivity,
Oh shit.
this
Maybe?
apostrophe-tivity,
boom, chunka,
apostrophe,
chunka,
apostrophe,
chunka,
apostrophe-tivity.
chunka, chunka, boom, chunka.
Okay, so let's get the numbers.
So Zero has a 16.
Mike and Quinn has
19.
okay. Hoblet
Saved by the +8, giving me a 13.
okay. Mort
Mort has a hard 6.
More information than we needed about Mort.
Paradil
Nope, I lied. Mort has a hard 7.
Whoa. Where are you measuring from?
It's all about the top or the bottom. He gets a doesn't
Gotta
matter.
get nice into the base there.
Upon further review, it's a hard 7.
You can always find an extra 1 somewhere.
right. Plus, if you got
he's measuring from his character sheet.
Nice. Paradil's got a 15.
Paradil's got a 15, and Jarrell
Jarrell is currently trying to shush the hard laughing Mort, so he has a 7.
Okay, great. Mort, Jarrell, Hoblet, and Dilbertrum, the Bond Company Stooge.
fucking awful name.
You all hear a series of whispers, loving, sort of like this very gentle tone, like, "Come with us.
We're gonna play with your ding dong.
Come with."
Do they say that? Because I really want to let Mort's reaction after that.
Hoblet hears that.
You don't even want to know where the whispers go from there.
dot.
I kind of do.
But you feel compelled to.
In the next break.
Yeah, you feel compelled.
You think forest spirits and use better words than ding dong.
Especially if you're trying to be seductive.
Hey, no,
Has
no.
anyone ever said that seductively to you?
The
Fuck
Dryads
yeah.
know their audience.
Right.
Point.
They play to the room, all right?
But you guys feel compelled, like you literally can't take any other course of action besides start heading northeast into the forest.
We don't care that you smell bad.
Now, is this being charmed?
Yeah.
I have advantage against being
Go ahead
charmed.
and roll me another one, please.
We love the color
It's worse.
Still had to try.
Never mind. Can we edit that out?
I'd like to keep my original number, please.
It's not on that one. So.
No, that's good. So, the rest of you who did not the rest of you didn't notice anything or hear anything, but you immediately see the four of them start walking northeast. Like they just stop whatever conversations they were having and now begin with smiles on their faces, just like starting to frolic northeast.
I want to hear what...
Hold on. I start playing a song using my counter charm. So anybody that can hear me within 30 feet has advantage on the saving... Oh, it has to be before that.
Yeah, we are well past
Darn
that.
it. I have to know I'm being
Fuck
charmed
it, man.
first.
We've already been charmed.
We're already,
Sorry.
past, we're already past the moment.
Okay.
You're the biggest dwarf we've ever seen.
I'm still going to do it to help zero myself and Paradil.
So you're playing a song?
I am
for them?
playing a song.
Yeah, a nice, lovely
A
song.
nice, on my lute. A little plucking for Paradil and Zero and myself.
Yeah, good. I could use a good gentle plucking.
I'm sure you could. Do you start following these individuals?
The three of them.
Four of them. Dilbertrum is among them, too.
Oh, right.
Well, if they want to be plucked, they
He
do.
doesn't really count. Nobody wants him here.
So the...
Zero was perfectly fine with having a biographer here. And you actually said you were okay with
like
that.
Actually, yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
We need someone to chronicle our deeds. I'm not taking notes anymore. I left the books behind.
So Zero, Paradil, and Quinn are the only three that were not fooled by the Dryad
It
call.
would appear to be, yes. The three of you were the only ones unaffected.
So all we see, we're
You
all
literally just see them just begin frolicking northeast.
frolicking.
Yeah, we're gonna say frolicking.
Okay. Okay.
Whoa.
There's an extra
Whoa.
skip in their step.
And I see this immediately. Paradil sees this immediately.
Yes.
Okay, Paradil puts his hood back down, puts his weapons away,
and tries to block their path as best as he can.
Okay. I will say that. And who are you trying to block?
I'll start with Jarrell.
Okay.
You're getting in the way of a skipping Jarrell.
Yeah.
You go up to like Jarrell's knee.
Yeah.
Jarrell, you are compelled to continue northeastward.
Skipping.
Yes.
So Hoblet and Jarrell are skipping through the woods with Mort and the Bond Company Stooge.
Yeah. I
You're trying to block it? Block
can
our
I, can I
path?
get it in front of his path?
You can get in his path.
Sure.
Okay.
He will attempt to move around you.
Okay. And I sort of jump and wave my arms, try to get his attention.
So
you are. Yeah, go ahead.
Jarrell skipping and under what's essentially a charm. Past Paradil is going to try to do an acrobatics because he's skipping. Now I'm -1 on acrobatics already.
I'm going to say no.
You want me to barrel through him?
I'm
That's
going
the
to say
other
that you're
option?
just going to go around him. Like you
Oh,
would
it
take the
just
path of
happened?
least resistance.
So
Yes.
he doesn't get to try to stop? Or
mean,
I
if-
don't get to
He
try
would have to make the active check to do something to
So
stop
I'm
you.
doing it with or without.
Yes,
So my
you
rolls
are-
shouldn't affect this.
No, that's fine. Like we're not calling for rolls until someone takes action against you because right now all you're doing is following a
I don't actually have the choice.
compulsion. Yes. This is a magical compulsion.
I just wanted to see Jarrell fall down.
Right. I understand. But it may happen depending on if Paradil physically tries to stop you. Besides stand in your way.
So what? So is that the answer to my question? Nothing happens.
I'm trying to just skip around you.
Okay. Then I jump up and slap him in the face.
Okay. Make me a melee, just an unarmed attack against Terrell.
That's a 3.
You don't even get a chance. You are unable to even reach his face. You just kind of smack his armor a little bit,
Okay.
and he does not react at all.
Okay. Can I make a second move here?
You do have an extra attack.
Okay. Can I roll for a sleight of hand and try to wrap my whip around his foot?
I'm going to say, just because I want to give some other folks a chance to react, right? You tried to slap Jarrell. He is continuing onwards.
He's trying. His second attack would be the whip.
Well, yeah, but... okay, I'll take it.
Nat 20.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you
works.
You get him right. The whip literally curls right around his legs and locks into position.
Am I dragging him or am I falling down?
You would feel compelled to continue to still crawl.
But would I fall down?
Yes.
Or am I just like pulling Paradil attached to the whip on my foot?
I think it's. I think you'd probably have to make a strength save. I would assume.
Now I get to make a. Okay.
Can I try to hog tie him?
So you have a nat 20 whipping my foot, and I have a 11 in strength.
Yeah. So you mean you're knocked on your.
Okay, so I
on
slip
your-
and fall
on your
while
belly,
I'm,
yeah.
okay. He got the foot that was on the ground when my other knee was in the air,
Right.
and I just dropped.
What are you guys doing when you see Paradil like whip in a trip Jarrell?
I'm upset my Ghost Rider is skipping away. I'm still playing my lute, though.
Are you still following the rest of them, or do you stop like when you see Paradil doing like a thing?
Might I add that I don't have magic abilities to try to counteract anything that's going on right now?
Right. You have your physical prowess.
Right. So that was my attempt
Yeah.
at counteracting what's going on right now.
So Paradol, you're pretty much you know something's up. Like you know we're up to something.
I think everyone should.
Yeah.
That
Zero
did
doesn't
not
seem
fail
to
the
be-
wisdom roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zero puts his crossbow over his right shoulder, just kind of casually. And all right, we're looking for dryads. Yes. We could track them all over the woods, or we could just follow these knuckleheads right to the dryads.
I just didn't want so many of our troops here to be just helplessly under the spell.
Right.
You're not wrong.
Dilbertram is one thing.
Yeah, we can follow his dumbass. Are you... What's the... This is the first time I've ever been charmed.
Zero doesn't really
you
have
know
a
of.
deep toolkit here. This isn't a problem I can shoot.
What are the rules with uncharming someone who's charmed when you're charmed?
You probably can't.
But can a charmed... Am I conscious
conscious.
You are
Like
not
I
con-
just saw this happen, right?
Yeah, but you will not be conscious of the fact that you are charmed until you, until it's ended on you. However,
Would I be conscious of Mort's charm?
No.
I feel like
you're
the
just-
charm-
Because Mort skipping through the woods with me is gonna register as fucking weird.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on Hoblet.
Okay. Let's see how Dispel Magic works.
It gets rid of any spell that's 3rd level or lower. For each spell of 4th level or higher, I have to make an ability check using my spell casting ability. The DC is equal to 10 plus the spell's level.
Yeah, Hoblet, you are no longer magically compelled and are back to your senses.
Skipping. No. This is how I imagine this.
It stopped mid-skip.
This is how I imagine this happening. I'm still skipping through the woods with Mort because he and I are going, fuck Del Bertram. He's coming with us, but I don't like that guy anyways. I tried to. Wait a minute. Woo! So Mort is tripping on acid and charmed right now.
Yes.
And
Oh, he
unaware.
needs help.
And unaware.
He needs help.
and unaware of both effects.
And you're not aware that he's well, no, you watched him chug the water bottle.
So I am unaware that I am tripping, and I am charmed by something I can't see and am completely unaware of.
Yes.
So
This is
somebody
more-
help me is really what I'm trying to do. That's a metagame.
This is Mort's first rodeo.
This also seems kind of like Mort's like best day ever.
I mean, wait for the come down. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not sure what a dryad charm come down is like.
Right.
I don't know, but I feel like this is the kind of episode where Mort as a character can just shine right now. It's gonna,
I mean, it's kind of
Really
been the Mort
horrid.
show for the last few weeks, actually. He's been right in the spotlight with this weird
Okay.
shit.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on Mort.
Okay, you cast Hold Person on Mort. What kind of save does Mort have to make?
It's a wisdom. Let me just make sure it's a wisdom save. It's a wisdom save. And he doesn't have to make that at disadvantage or anything, because he's charmed.
No.
What's the DC?
I feel like that's the worst possible thing to
beat
do
it.
to somebody who's tripping on
he
acid.
did.
19.
He actually, he's on acid. No, it hasn't kicked in yet. So no. Yeah, Mort resists your Hold Person and continues into the woods. At this point, like they're skipping along. So is Jarrell. Oh well, no, he's not. He's on the
crawling.
ground.
On my face.
But still, like you're probably crawling still, like toward in that direction.
I got to walk somebody.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Fucking hell. We've been charmed, boys. I'm going to follow them. Get him up. Follow us through the woods. And I'm
Jarrell
gonna-
is still charmed.
I'm going to take off after Dil Bertram and Mort, who I'm assuming are still
Frolicking.
through the woods.
Yes.
I move
Yes.
I move my whip harness from the feet up to the knees, so he can still move, but at a manageable pace.
Gotcha. Okay. Jarrell, your movement speed is 20.
Can you get
Okay.
real close to him so his feet are up off the ground like a wheelbarrow race? So he's like fucking crawling.
No,
on
he's
his hands?
he's on his feet.
Right.
He's
Why
just
would
doing.
we do that?
He's just doing the weird shuffle.
You're charmed. You're not going to remember. any
I'm
of
not
this.
going to remember, but Paradol's going to remember the time he wheelbarrowed me through the woods.
We'll laugh about it.
That's great. Okay, so you guys continue on into the forest.
Yes. Zero, are you with us? Are you
Zero-
with me or running with me? Are you
Zero
running? What are
is
you doing?
30 feet behind Mort, and he's just going to follow him at 30 feet back. I now, excuse me, have my crossbow up at the shoulder and ready to fire. If I can't stop Mort, I'll let him just trip any ambushes and be ready to counter ambush.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Wonderful. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the fucking guinea pig.
Yep.
I
well,
can't do
tried.
anything.
You
Like,
resisted.
my tool bag includes shooting things.
Don't
Good point.
resist me.
I'm not resisting anything.
You
right now.
resisted me.
So, you guys enter the forest deeper and kind of leave your campsite behind. And
I'm going back to playing music for the counter charm.
sure, everything else seems pretty quiet in here. I mean, you hear the occasional like forest critter, at night, but It gets to a point where, as you guys are sort of following them through the woods, like, if you're looking behind you, like, it's like everything is starting to look the same.
Like you're passing the same tree over and over, kind of thing.
Like it's just like you have like there's not you haven't really been following a path this whole time. You've just kind of been moving through the trees in varying thickness, but it's just like the forest has just like enveloped you at this point. And
We're lost.
Yeah. And that's when all of you see in the probably still a few hundred feet away, like sort of like a glow coming from what appears to be an opening in the edge of like incredibly dense thicket.
That Mort and Dill Bertram are
still
skipping right
skipping
towards.
That is correct.
Penetrating
They are making
further
dead.
into the thicket.
They are making a beeline, so to speak, right to that place.
Would you permit another attempt at hold person?
I mean, some time has passed here, so yes.
Okay. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I can't catch him. He's faster than me. If you'll allow, once again, I would like to cast hold person.
Sure.
Damn it, Mort! Just stop!
13.
That doesn't pass.
Okay, you are now paralyzed.
Okay, so again, let me just reiterate Mort's standing right now. I am charmed,
Mid frolic.
tripping on acid,
Which
And
is now starting to kick in.
and now I am paralyzed.
Correct.
Does he freeze?
Lovely.
Does he freeze like mid-air? Or does he just like freeze mid-motion and fall over?
Mid motion. It's kind of like he gets his left knee up right to start the skip, and then he just like freezes, and then immediately just tips and falls forward.
Do you just
Mort's about to
scream
have
in
a
horror?
bad- Well, I can't do anything. I'm paralyzed.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you still scream in horror?
you can still make sounds with your vocal cords.
Okay.
You just can't move your jaw.
Mort just kind of lets out like a squeak. It was just like a long squeak, like. Like he's like being squeezed, like
Right.
Like the sound that
like
you make
the
with
end of a balloon. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
right. When
Yeah.
you're just like kind of squeaking the balloon.
Completely
Pulling it
understand.
apart.
Yeah.
I'm slowly deflating.
Great.
Do you feel like you're deflating?
Dilbertram continues to frolic along.
Okay.
Jarell is moving at a manageable pace.
Because I've been tied up
Uh-huh.
like a giant AT-AT.
That's right. Remember?
When I get up to Mort,
I remember.
Go ahead.
when I get up to Mort, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic
Okay.
so that he's no longer
And what level spell is Hold Person?
2.
Okay, you dispel everything. Hold Person and the charm.
Right.
Yes.
But what I wanted to make sure of, and this might just be me being jealous, or not jealous, greedy. He's still tripping, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 'cause
That's not a magical effect.
Okay, good.
That is a natural
real
effect.
Because I
life
didn't.
effect.
I wanted to make sure that I didn't like dispel all the effects.
Yeah, no,
I
that
just-
is an alchemical
'Cause if
effect,
that's the case,
which
I
I'm
would've
going to
just held
consider
it
as a
in.
different thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Okay,
rem-
it's too fucking funny.
Remember, when the bond company Stooge was tripping, Jarrell was able to cure him of that. 'Cause
Yes,
that was-
we called it
you
a
don't-
we called it a poison, I believe.
Right.
is what
You
we
don't know that
designated.
Mort is tripping.
Nope. And I'm also still charmed.
And I probably won't tell you.
Mort is now back to, I mean, quote and quote, air quotes, heavy air quotes, himself, correct?
Am I?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming that hold person, any magical effect is something that I can.
And
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So I'm going to let it.
You just
go.
end your concentration on it. Well, I was saying you dispelled it when you cast Dispel Magic.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You did.
So, Mort, you're back. You knew you were charmed now.
Yes.
But you are starting to feel some things.
Okay.
So, as the effects of what you imbibed earlier begin to take hold, you begin to, severely hallucinate. Like the world around you, it's hard to see what is real and what is fake, which means I'm going to give you a disadvantage on all wisdom saves for the next
2 hours.
Why don't we call 4 hours?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
4 hours.
If it hit him that hard, you're probably right.
Lovely.
4
And I feel
hours.
like we're going to really need like some good wisdom throws as well. So this is great for me.
So that's what's happening with you
Lovely.
right now. You're disoriented. You can maybe describe what you're seeing at some point, but I'm just letting you know, like, you are in a full-blown, like, we're there.
Okay.
I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
Mort took some good
Yeah.
shit.
I feel like Hoblet would notice this.
Yeah,
Okay.
because his
Being
not,
a
not just
connoisseur.
not his pupils or anything, but like his entire like iris and like everything is just now like the size of his eye.
Just to be known, because he is my homie, and I do know that he's tripping. For movement purposes, like I will be shadowing him, just to make sure that he's not, that nothing super bad happens. So if he wanders off,
Super
I'm
bad.
following.
Yeah,
just
you're-
so you
you're
know,
just staying by Mort's side.
Hoblet knows this, and he is my homies are my homies. He's still my homie, so I'm gonna make sure that he's okay while he rides this out,
Got it.
because that's still gonna be funny.
Do you begin to restrain Jarrell, Paradel, at any point as you guys get closer to the? Because now Dilbertrum is far ahead of you guys.
Yes.
No
But
one
we
cares.
can see the entrance, correct? The thing that he's skipping towards?
Yes.
Right. So I don't care, because we're far enough away that we can see what's going to happen when somebody's going to get there. And I'm okay with him being fodder.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's just gone. And if he goes in and nothing happens, then we know that we're just going to go in and see what happens. But if he goes in and like shit goes crazy, then I'm glad it wasn't one of us.
Okay.
Where are you
We
guys?
as a group are profoundly self-centered.
Damn straight.
Where
Steve's
are
a fucking snitch.
where are you guys in relation to Jarrell and Paradil?
I would guess that because you've got him a little bit limited on movement.
You're
we're
probably behind
ahead
him,
of-
yeah.
Yeah, you're behind us.
Okay.
Hoblet and Mort would be ahead of us, but
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
know that Zero and
So-
Quinn would be.
We're the way that I'm picturing it. We're probably the first two.
Other than
and
the
then
Bond
you
Company
four are
Stooge.
somewhere.
Yeah. Zero
up
is
behind us.
30 feet behind.
Yeah.
The Stooge is probably what now, like 25 feet ahead of us, 30
Right.
feet ahead
He's
of us?
more like 60 feet ahead.
60 feet, so he's way gone.
Oh yeah, he's frolicking at a
Well,
great
we don't
pace.
give a shit about him anyway, so no big deal. And then it's
You're
us,
in no
and then
position
it's
to make
Zero,
decisions right
and then
now
everybody
anyway,
else.
so.
That's true. Good point.
Has everybody caught up?
At this point, yes.
Okay.
Do you halt? Do you try to halt Jarrell, like when you catch up to Hoblet and Mort, Paradel?
Yeah. So as we get to the place, I tried a little harder to restrain the movement of Jarrell.
Okay.
And hey guys, help me hold back Jarrell here. He's a little too much for me to handle.
Zero jogs in and goes to help out.
Okay, you have advantage on your strength check, competing strength contest, to see if you are able to restrain Jarrell, because he is still trying to fight to go forward.
Strength?
Yeah, but you have advantage.
Okay.
You got me anyway. Yep.
That's a 23.
Oh yeah. And what'd you have?
A 10.
Yeah, great. So you are able to halt him in his place. He's struggling and he's like trying to move forward, but the two of you, Zero and Paradil, are able to kind of like keep him in place right now.
Really tapping that ogre strength right now.
Yeah.
Is Hoblet restraining Mort in any way, or is
No,
Am I
right?
Am I free right now? Nobody has any ties on me
No.
Well, Hoblet's following you, but
other
that's
than
it.
following me, right? So I can still see the Stooge, even though he's 60 feet away. I can still.
He's
see
still
him kind of
moving.
fading in.
All this is happening. He's still moving. He's now like 80 feet away.
Well, I can still see him clearly.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start like picking up the pace. And kinda, like,
Actually, you know what? But what else do you see besides the
running
Bond
towards
Company
him.
Stooge?
Well,
Because,
what time of day is
it's
it? Right now?
nighttime.
It's nighttime, so
hallucinations
it's
are
pitch
heavy.
black. Okay.
Yes.
Lovely. Nobody has a torch or anything lit. Like
You have
we're
dark
just-
vision.
I have dark. I have dark vision, but
Hold on, let me check my character sheet.
Yep.
Oh, I have dark vision.
60 feet.
Guys, I just want you to know that this joke has been now happening for 2 fucking years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, does anybody not have dark vision?
Oh my
Zero.
god.
That's
Womp womp. How many episodes have we stated that?
At least
probably
3.
a ton.
We've only mentioned that Zero doesn't have dark vision like 4 times.
I feel like
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
somebody go
Very
back and
important.
actually like verify
Please
that and
don't.
like, post
Can
it?
you
Please
count
don't.
how many times?
That'll hurt.
I mean, I'm listening through again.
I'll
So.
die.
So, Mort, you were frolicking through the forest.
And not,
I'm going to stop using frolicking because you're not doing the frolicking.
no.
You are tripping balls marching towards Dilbertrum.
And I'm going to emphasize the word march. I am like huffing it towards Dilbertrum. Everything in front of me kind of start. Oh, it's pitch black, so all I can really see are just a bunch of branches kind of leading their way towards Dilbertrum, and I kind of forget about everybody that's behind me, and I just start huffing it like
Towards Dilbertrum.
kind of panicky, right towards Dilbertrum. Like
it.
you can tell that I'm kind of scared shitless at this point.
Would you say that you're still doing your normal like movement, or would you say that you are now dashing towards Dilbertrum?
Dashing, absolutely dashing towards them.
Okay.
Absolutely dashing.
Absolutely dashing.
And I'm gonna actually say that out loud. Mort says that absolutely dashing.
And then starts
And then
dashing.
starts dashing.
That's amazing.
Bloody hell. And then Hoblet takes off with him as well.
Okay, sounds good. The rest of you follow. Yeah.
Zero is still helping Paradil restrain Jarrell
I'm
wherever
still
we are.
plucking at
As
the loot.
as you begin dashing, Mort, you see Dilbertrum look back at you and then start giggling wildly, and then start dashing himself. So he's like now thinking like you're playing, like almost like you're playing a game of tag. You know what I mean? So he's now running faster towards the opening, and he obviously makes it there before you do.
Mort's triggered right now.
And you can, you guys notice that as Dilbertrum makes it to this sort of like thicket sort of opening, right? You can see like he kind of pauses for just a brief moment by the like entrance that's sort of glowing, and you see like he has this big smile on his face, and then almost like something like like grab like him by like his like sort of leather collar and like pull him in, and he's just like giddy.
What kind of being is Dilbertrum again?
Dilbertrum, he's a human.
He's a human.
He's a huge human.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe he's half elf. You couldn't tell.
He's
He
definitely
hides it
at
well.
least a quarter Jeff Goldblum.
He's had his ears trimmed.
Oh, they still do that?
Yeah,
terrible
to
practice.
the half elves. They
Terrible
gotta
practice.
stop.
Terrible practice.
Well, the half elves need to start taking some pride in themselves.
That's right.
Excuse me?
Well, was there feedback on the line when I said that? I thought I was speaking. Let me see your sheet. Do you not understand human language?
Go fuck yourself. You're not even a human.
He's saying the half elves should have pride. They should be a prideful people. They shouldn't clip their ears to hide the fact that they're half elves.
Right.
They don't always get to choose, man.
I'm on team half elf, but if you're one of those self-loathing, I want to clip my ears.
Wait, are your ears clipped?
Yeah.
Are Quinn's ears clipped?
No, because I'm not making Phil redraw this.
So why you getting all touchy, man?
Just leave the half elves alone.
By the way, Mort is half elf.
Mort,
Yeah.
hold on. We're going to keep going in order of the people who are running. Mort,
Right.
you catch up to him.
Okay.
Do you enter the glowing entryway?
I don't stop running. So I'm going right in.
Mort disappears into the entry.
Fuck. Oh, thank God. Good
Oh, I
riddance.
screwed this up. I'm going to run in after him, too.
Okay.
No.
Yep. Dude, he's tripping. Balls.
And I just ran into a fucking
We can't have him
opening.
be our only representative on the other side. I know that Hoblet's going to fuck this up, but it can't just be tripping Mort on the other side.
Why can't it be?
I'm
Paradil-
gone. I'm gone now.
Because we're trying to make a good impression on the dryads to get the wood.
Peridot sort of shrugs, looks at Zero, and unties Jarell.
Jarell starts. You feel compelled to now sprint towards the opening.
Oh, we tried.
You ask me like I have a choice.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Go
you
make the
don't
best
have
of
a
this
choice.
one.
And Peridot follows them in.
Everybody just going in. I like that.
Except for Quinn and Zero.
Well,
You two are the only. At this point now, I'm going to say that the two of you are sort of maybe standing at like the edge of it or close to it.
Sure.
Like sharing a look.
I mean, I'm not going to be the only one that stays here.
chunk.
Yeah.
As Zero cocks his weapon.
By all means, I'm right behind you.
Right.
Wait, is
He
he
makes
cocking his
a-
weapon, or
Yes,
is he
and
cutting
then-
chocolate cake for breakfast?
And then he kicks his foot into the portal like he's kicking open a door and barrels in.
Yeah. I mean, your foot obviously connects with nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a symbolic door kicking.
Right.
That's great.
you don't get to kick in enough doors, so.
Zero's a changed man.
As you walk into this, the light is almost blinding. Wait, I'm sorry. Quinn not walk in?
Oh, no,
Everybody's
followed.
in.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
let him go first.
Got it. So you guys walk into this sort of almost blinding, sort of very. I would call it like a purple, but more on the blue side of purple, kind of purple. Sort of
Indigo?
light. Yeah, but very bright. Add a lot of white in there too. You know what I'm saying? Like nice. Like,
Neon.
Yeah.
An Indo-Burple.
Yes.
Good. Yeah.
Blurple.
Blur.
What is light blurple?
Yeah.
Name a color that rhymes with blurple.
Is anybody seen Celebrity?
Wait, did you
Light
say there's more of a... Did you say there's an indigo on there?
Sure.
Can we call it like blurpigo?
Blurp and need to go.
Blurping.
No, that's
blurpigo.
what Gia does
Blurp and
every
go.
morning.
What, blurp and go? Usually at the same time.
Yep.
Anyways,
Wow.
so
Gross.
you guys, after a few moments, the light dissipates. I'm going to start with now, because of the last people walking in, I'm going to tell you two what you see. Dilbertrum is missing. There is a very large, it almost looks like this like big circular, like perfectly circular clearing, right? With the trees sort of almost like arching up and almost creating a dome over this. But you can see some of the moonlight in here. And that light is shining down at the center of this clearing, a gigantic tree. However, this tree doesn't look like any other tree. Like what you would expect to see in the forest and things like that, these big, old ancient trees, with these like thick trunks. This one has almost what looks like, it looks like they're vines sort of crawling up it, but the vines are black. And you can almost see that as you like look, as you kind of turn, like you turn your head slightly. There's almost sort of like a bluish, like twinkle, like sort of like a, like a reflection, right? As like the light catches it, right? And they're sort of encircling this gigantic tree. Dilbertrum, like I said, is missing, and you have Mort, what appears to be sprinting towards the end of this clearing, which is about another 50 feet ahead of you. Possibly, I'm not sure. Maybe he's following Dilbertrum, maybe not. Let's see, who else went in after that? That was Hoblet, right?
Hoblet right behind me.
Hoblet is sort of standing at the. You're kind of at this point now, like trying to like figure out what to do here, because you've seen this tree kind of like stopped you for a second, right? You see that Mort is still taking off a little bit, but he's no more than 20 feet ahead of you. Peridot and Jarell. Jarell, you are actually marching towards now the tree in the center.
Mm-hmm.
And Peridot, you are sort of trying to chase behind Jarell. And so, with that kind of settled, I would like to roll initiative now to determine what happens next.
You still didn't get to go first.
But you're really
This
close
is the
to
first
the
time I've
front.
gone well.
You are really close to the
you
front.
rolled an 18. I rolled a 20, and you rolled an 18, and you go first. Oh, this game is backwards.
Is it though?
No, it's
You
not.
have 0
I
dexterity.
I understand initiative-wise. I understand it. I'm just...
Ooh, I don't like that.
The boss.
What? Wait.
That's just.
you could
it's
all
just,
see what
I'm just
we're
trying
seeing.
to. I'm just separating two different initiative cards. That's all.
Yeah.
Sure.
Bullshit.
What these mean don't necessarily translate to the same thing. I just needed to separate two different timers.
You have an NPC one.
You do.
Yeah, but I mean that one doesn't have
But
the
you
same
pick-
look.
You decided
Enemies and
to
boss.
choose the boss and enemies.
So can I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
So what do we know that has put us into initiative that will help me make my decision?
I
of
am
what to
just
do?
trying to determine the order of operations after setting the scene, because now you're sort of in this new area, and you have a sprinting Mort, a missing
Stooge.
Dilbertrum. And now Mort is within his faculties, but and I'm actually going to reveal to you, Mort, kind of what you're doing
Okay.
on your turn.
Yeah.
But and Jarell is sort of marching at a normal pace towards the center, towards the tree in the center. So like that's just kind of what you see right now.
So I am just going to continue playing my lute as the counter charm,
Okay.
and that is my action.
Oh, you have to maintain that as an action?
I have to maintain that as an action.
Gotcha.
That's why I wasn't doing it when we were walking around because we weren't in initiative. But
I
now
understand.
I have to hold on to it.
Great. Hoblet.
Can you tell me, because I would have been in there, what happened to Dilbertrum?
You were a little bit behind him.
A little bit. Was I far enough behind that he was already gone when I made it in there?
Yes.
Jarell is skipping towards the tree.
Yes.
He's behind me. Yes,
Yes.
because I came in before him.
Yes.
Get your die out, homie.
Are you holding person?
No, I'm finna tackle this motherfucker.
So you're attempting a grapple, we'll call this. So yes,
Yeah.
competing strength checks.
Yes. That's right. I'm gonna use my plus 10.
It's not an attack roll.
Oh, you're
It's just a
fucking
strength check. Yeah.
It's just a check.
right.
Wow, and you'd burn it on Jarell.
I would burn it on Jarell.
I don't know how to take that.
Nothing else I can do. Fucker. 12.
18.
Okay.
You decided that tackling this guy was your best plan of action.
doesn't work. You are now
He
behind
just
Jarell.
runs me over.
You are you are now behind Jarell. You couldn't get your arms around him properly to take him down. He's still moving forward with intent.
Dude, you were supposed to keep tabs on me.
Yo, listen.
Paradil. What would you like to do?
What do I see?
This gigantic black vine with blue sparkly colored big ass tree in the center of this.
Blue sparkly. It's no
it's-
longer Blinda Gurkle.
It is not Blindigurkle.
It might be Blindigo, but not Blindigo.
No, not even Blindigo. Just
Blurple.
black with very slight blue reflection accents.
That sounds pretty. And that's all I see is this tree with the black vines.
And a big clearing with
Okay.
the edge of these thick trees sort of surrounding this circular 50-foot diameter space.
I put my hood up and take out Jamiroquai
Mm-hmm. And that's it? Just Jamiroquai?
and pause while I remember the name of my other sword.
Defunk.
Defunk.
Okay. You do that. And are you sort of just kind of staying at the ready, but are you following anyone, or are you kind of staying in place right now?
I'm trying to remain unobserved
Got it.
with my hood up.
I would
If
like.
I didn't add that before.
Could you make me a stealth roll?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
You have advantage, I believe, with that cloak.
Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. Thank God.
Oh no.
Lovely.
That's not a
It's
good
be-
laugh.
it is a better reaction than it was prior, but
That's a 7.
It's a 7.
That was a 10 because you had a 7 the first time. Plus 3, right?
What? No.
You plus
You
3
take
to
the better
start.
of the two.
That was a 1 the first time.
Oh
No,
God.
it wasn't really. I
yeah,
thought
it was,
a
that was a
7.
natty one.
No,
yeah.
that was a 1.
Oh man.
So you're not very inconspicuous because you're just a gnome with your hood up in the middle of a clearing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. As hard as you tried,
Fucking just standing there.
didn't work out.
Dicks in the yard.
And that would be your action to attempt to do that. So we're going to move on to Mort. Now, Mort, what you saw
Sweet.
was Dilbertram disappear behind the tree, the
Okay.
big tree. You are, let's say, another 10 feet from this gigantic tree.
Okay.
Because I said you were 20 feet ahead.
Mort's first reaction as he sees the blackish, bluish, sparkly vines is that he's more of a red vines kind of guy.
Take
So
out the spray
he's-
paint.
A little disappointed, but I'm pretty much going to gnaw. Like, I'm running towards this to kind of like gnaw on, like, the vine. Like, I'm kind of like compelled
Yeah,
to
they're-
do that right
yeah.
now.
These look delicious to Mort.
Yeah, correct. I mean,
Okay.
It's one step up from licking door handles.
pretty much.
You absolutely do that.
Okay.
When you try to take a bite into one of these vines,
Yeah.
there's there's a liquid inside. It's sticky. It's almost like you remember the gushers, like the
Would you say gooey?
Does it come out in spurts?
It definitely.
Would you say
I really don't.
Would you say ropes?
I don't really want to kind of create that imagery, but
Gets
It's just
between
kind of
your
oozing or
fingers.
bleeding from the
yes,
vines.
thank
Yes.
you, Zach. Yes, it
Yeah.
is just oozing from
sometimes.
there. Stop. So, it tastes very.
Of course,
It
more
tastes
than
very bitter.
Yeah.
It's a little salty.
And it's also like you immediately have a adverse reaction to it. I'd like for you to make me a Constitution save, please.
Most likely at
20.
disadvantage because he's tripping.
Oh. Well, am I at disadvantage?
No,
I
Constitution
am a-
saves were not a disadvantage. I
At-
said wisdom
Wisdom
saves right now.
saves, you're
Right
Then
now,
that is a 20.
Constitution save is a 20.
Correct.
God damn. Okay,
Was that a 13 or an 18? You
Was
rolled?
it-
There's a 13.
he has a proficiency in
Correct.
wisdom or Constitution saves. So, Mort, you absolutely like. I mean, it just tastes like shit.
And am I like fully aware of how shitty this tastes, or am
Yeah.
I kind of like still
It's
going?
it's like it's almost like it's sap, but it's coming from the vine.
Okay.
But it's much more. It's just very bitter. It's
I don't get
incredibly
any.
bitter.
Do I get any information from doing this, or was this a completely
This
wasted
was
effort?
disgusting.
Okay, that's it. That's the only thing I gained from this.
I mean, you felt like this was not good for you, and you probably shouldn't keep eating it.
Okay. Does it do? It doesn't. Okay, so now this is
Nothing else bad happens.
You know what? It cements in your mental state that you definitely
Actually,
like
you know what?
red
Since
vines
you're gonna keep
better than
asking me,
black vines.
Yeah.
You actually do take 5 acid damage.
Oh, I just want to know if there's anything
Well,
that
yeah.
happens to the vines after they start
No.
bleeding this thing, other than me taking out.
No, but
some
you take 5 acid
Okay,
damage.
That's fair.
Do we all? We can see him get burned.
Yes.
Okay.
He probably react to being burnt in his mouth.
So my mouth. Okay, so now my mouth is burning with acid.
Well, not.
I'm freaking the
just
fuck
saying
out.
That's the type of damage. It's just like it. And like your mouth is on fire. I wouldn't say it's corroding like your insides, but it's just like your mouth is on fire. Like this was not a good thing to put in my mouth.
That was a spicy meatball.
That's what she said.
Now Mort's just kind of like doing one of those Peter Griffin like, like uncontrolled.
Yeah, and as you're hyperventilating, make me another Constitution save, please. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
The hallucinations begin to fade a bit. You don't feel as manic, but I'm gonna say now that the time has been reduced to 1 hour before the hallucinations stop and maybe something else happens or maybe
Okay.
not.
All right.
Yeah, he's gonna crash hard. He's gonna need a fucking nap and a Gatorade.
So- Jarrell, I would like for you to start your turn by making a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, cool.
It's probably not a good sign.
And you have advantage
You have
because
advantage.
Quinn is playing music.
Well, that was a 26 then.
Oh, nice.
You no longer feel charmed,
Cool.
but you know that it was leading you here.
Okay.
And you are now completely aware of what's going on. I will let you actually act on your turn because you passed the save.
I don't see anything.
You see Mort gnawing on a black, vine, and now making noises, like painful noises. You see the rest of your companions sort of spread about this area, and the gigantic tree
Okay.
in the center, and
So,
a missing Dilbertrum.
How far from me is Mort?
30 feet.
Okay. Gerald will say, "What's happened?" And he'll start walking over towards Mort, noticing that he's burned, and he's going to do lay on hands for one.
Oh, nice, dude.
So you get 1 hit point back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's literally 1 hit point? I thought it was like
But it's-
1d4 that
how
I
much
get to roll.
to cure the burns?
I mean, there's no. I mean, like any bit of healing will like maybe stop the pain.
Okay.
I'll say. Yeah, but he gets 1 hit point back out of the 5 he lost.
Okay. Now, does that have any impact on the acid?
I mean, it doesn't linger
'Cause
it
I
was
ha-
just it was just the damage.
No. The other acid,
Oh no, it does not,
because it was not intentional.
because you'd have to use 5 points to cure poison.
So yeah,
To only cure poison
you just-
and not give him any hit.
got it. So you no longer feel like your mouth is burning.
Mort open mouth kisses Jarl on the cheek.
Oh, okay. All right, I heard open mouth kiss and I was like, oh, where's this going? And then
Wait, like, is there a tongue on my cheek?
He licks your face.
Yeah, I don't. How do you open mouth kiss a cheek?
I basically made out.
If you want to come over here, he'll
I
show
basically made out with your cheek.
can we demonstrate that?
No,
I mean, I could. We can get this on video.
not really.
I promise
comfortable
I-
having you lick my face.
I promise I won't put it on the internet.
Wait, and I'm the gay one?
you. Okay, so you lick his cheek.
I don't want to do it.
So he'll lick your cheek.
It's
not how that works.
just because he likes men doesn't mean he likes any of us.
That's not how any of this
That's not how
works.
it
Can I just reiterate that Mort is being Mort on acid? So
Yes.
this should come as no surprise.
No,
to
it
anyone.
shouldn't. This is
None of us are
wonderful.
surprised.
Okay.
No,
None of us are
Nobody's
surprised.
shocked by this.
All right.
Wonderful.
So as he licks my face, Jarrell is just gonna like push him like 5 feet back.
You're just 5 feet from each other.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not doing
Yes.
like a strength check or anything with
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Like I'm just like putting my arm out.
Yes.
and
You are
he's
no
moving
longer
away from my face.
You're no longer
distance.
you're no longer occupying the same space.
Right.
I feel like we're in like a 60s acid scene where the Jimi Hendrix song is like, "Excuse me while I kiss this guy."
I mean, what do you think I'm playing over here on the lute?
There you go.
His Mort's tongue's just sticking out as Jarrell's like pushing his face away.
So, what you are going to see now is this tree begin to stir.
In an enchanted way.
Or a drink.
Well,
Shake it now.
Dave the player feels like it's going to be in a corrupted way.
the roots of this tree burst from the ground.
Do
They
they
are-
enchantedly burst?
They are thick.
God.
The first
And-
thing you use to describe the root system is thick. And tee us up
It was
like
it was a great adjective.
I mean,
Thank
isn't
you.
isn't it like? I mean, wouldn't you describe root systems as thick? I would too. Yes,
Extensive.
thank you.
I mean, there are other things I describe as thick as well, but let's move on.
Does
Are there-
Questlove pop out of the ground?
Is there any indication? Is there any indication of
he
what
would
this?
be a thick member of the Roots, yes.
Yeah, hey, that's true.
Any indication of what this tree looks like from behind?
No, not at the moment. No.
Supple.
why do you ask?
Is it thick?
But, anyways,
Dad ass.
The roots
Dead tree ass.
plant themselves now on the surface. You can see that they are actually wrapped in a more condensed way, like the same vines that are starting to encircle the tree up top. And the branches begin to sort of curl their way downwards and sort of separate from each other, and you kind of have this just this big moving tree. All the branches are swinging around, and you almost see almost like an outline of a face start to form in the bark. And let's see who's in front of the tree ant. We have Mort,
who was just recently gnawing on the tree.
it. Yep. And then I believe that Jarrell also went straight up there to take care of Mort.
Correct.
So I'm going to assume 23 hits your AC and 25 hits your AC, correct?
That is a bingo, yes.
Okay. The branches, almost like in a sweeping motion, hit both of you.
Okay.
Dealing
20 bludgeoning damage.
holy shit.
As this tree begins to stir to life, and you see it's kind of almost winding up now for another pound.
Can't wait.
After this gigantic slam, you see that almost like one of the branches from behind the tree kind of swings around, and you can see that Dilbertram is attached to this gigantic branch with the vines wrapped around his body. And you can see that his skin is growing pale, and his mouth is just sort of open, and he's kind of gasping for air.
He's being squeezed to death.
And that's why we let him go first.
Well, that gives a whole new meaning to the term Ghost Rider.
Okay, that was funny. That was funny. I laughed at it.
Thank you, Massimo.
I thought it was clever.
That's usually how you react to a good joke. That's funny.
I'm telling you,
I've
it's funny.
got dad jokes for days.
And I'd like to leave that as our little cliffhanger.
All right. Nice. I'm just saying, if this guy dies, that's gonna not look good for us. For future reference.
I mean, we're not his babysitter.
But we also need a little bit of good faith with the people that already think we suck.
Do we?
Kinda.
There are people more powerful than you in this world, yes.
Are there?
Yes.
Talking about hashtag
Give it time. We're working on it.
Yeah. Level 10 cleric.
Are you?
Yes.
So, guys and gals and everything
in between.
in between and around
And women.
before and after,
And women.
literally everyone listening to this right now. If you like us, you can find us on the internet. We can be found on such places as Twitter and Instagram at Hapless Heroes, but really all those places are just going to point you to our Discord server anyways, which is where we really like to hang out.
Ping me.
I am not a gas bag.
Slide into our DMs.
All I have to say.
It's going to be like a 3-week delayed reaction.
Right.
I know,
my
but
friend. I'm
still.
so sorry.
Discord messages.
We've had a lot of newcomers, so I for just to kind of establish something for moving forward, especially, I would like to just quickly say some welcomes to the people we haven't mentioned on the show yet in any capacity, as a thank you for joining our server.
Yo.
Because we have so many. I mean so many, but with some recent ones. Stessi, Eldius, DRH Design, Ominous Primus, The Raven's Desk, and then even our old listeners like Tuna Zone, people were hitting us up on Twitter, Wired Dude, everyone's just popping in our Discord, having wonderful conversations with us. It's been fantastic. We have so many channels to talk about your cast, channels to talk about world building, character creation, things that are completely off topic, like are the Muppet Baby superheroes, or is chili soup.
Yes.
Just pop our D's off, you know what I'm saying?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Come into
Yes.
sports and other
It's just
bullshit.
not.
Is the dictionary a book?
Yes.
If anybody wants to if you want a way for me to just talk to you for hours, talk about the Bills. And talk about how bad the Bills are. And then I'll talk to you in a counterpoint to that 4 hours.
They are pretty bad.
What is the
They're the
counterpoint?
greatest team.
Does it involve
It's a
the
building
deaths?
year. It's a building year.
So
damn
this
it.
is just really a sample of all of the good content that you can find on our Discord server. The links can be found on our subreddit /Hapless Heroes Podcast, is a pinned post on our Twitter, even on our Facebook page. I believe it's still a pinned post. Although I'm having trouble connecting Twitter and Facebook at this point. There's some weird things, funky things happening.
Yeah.
Whatever. Screw Facebook. So, if you really, really, really like us, though, we'd love it if you left a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice.
We'd love it.
I mean, it would really mean a lot to us.
It's my favorite thing.
It's Zach's favorite thing. Did you hear that? Don't disappoint the man.
Favorite thing.
That's Zach's favorite thing.
And if you leave some kind words for us, we'll have some kind words to say right back to you here on the air, in person with all of us.
We'll all leave you a 5-star review.
We will
at
leave
the end
you.
of an episode.
We will leave you personally a 5-star review. Yes.
Not in person.
No, but personally in recording.
We
Yes.
will find you and give you a 5-star review.
Now think about that.
In
Ladies and
person.
gentlemen. Mort will find you.
And just basically open hand palm 5-star slap you in the back for giving us a 5-star review.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Don't they die afterwards after like 5 steps? Isn't that how the open palmed 5-star attack works?
You'll find out if he finds you. So if you really, 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 really like us,
I'm gonna find you.
you can donate to our Patreon. It's just patreon.com/haplessheroes. We have some fun, silly rewards that I'm going to continue to add to as the year progresses, because I think that rather than just release one large blooper reel, I think I'm just going to start editing each just like little chunks and just start posting them all the
that's a
time.
good idea.
And just keep posting them. And I'll put them at like a real low dollar level, because you know what? I want all of you to hear the ridiculous shit that happens at this table before, during, and after an episode is recorded.
And there is so
Ridiculous.
much. I mean, there is so much.
So if any of you are interested in some of that behind the magic, I'm going to start getting to work on that probably by the time this episode airs, just because, real life and stuff like that. But, I mean, it's easy to edit just a few clips. Just got to find the good ones,
Just gotta get them clips.
Gotta get them clips.
A lot of gold.
We've already teased a few on our Discord, too.
And if you really love us, I'm talking about love us.
I mean, I know I do.
If you like us and you really like us. Go to school, get a law degree, make your way into the court system, lower circuit courts, become a judge, make your way up through the world, maybe intern with influential people, and become a United States Supreme Court Justice, or whatever the analog for that in your country of choice is, and make a public announcement that you no longer identify as human, but as a podcast, and you're changing your name to Hapless Heroes.
Judge Hapless Heroes.
The podcast.
The deciding vote, Judge Podcast ruled in favor.
No.
he's
You
just-
identify as
He's
physically a podcast.
He's
Your name is
podcast
Hapless
kid.
Heroes.
But are you
Right,
still a
right.
judge?
Yes.
Even if you identify.
course.
We're not going to call you
Oh.
Judge Hapless Heroes, the
No,
podcast. We're just going to call you
listen.
Judge Hapless Heroes.
It's simple. You're no longer a human. You are now a podcast, and your name is Hapless Heroes. It's easy.
Right. I'm trying to figure out what they refer to you on as the Supreme Court Justice.
We'll have to take this off there.
Judge Heroes.
We'll have to.
Hero, that's pretty badass.
Okay, I'll take it. So, outroing my cast, we have Dave as Zero, Valen's Avatar of War.
Good night.
Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
It's a goddamn tree.
James as Hoblet the Smasher.
Oh, we're in it now.
Massimo as Morton Mac.
The blue vines are disgusting.
Zach as Peridot Lincolnwoods.
This tree's looking a little enchanted.
And John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
Until next time.
Yeah, I'm Francesco. I've been your host and DM. Tune in next week when we continue this awesome, cool stuff. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Put your phone down. Bye.
Deuces.